Everyone treats summer like it owes you happiness. Long days, pool parties, your best life on a loop. So what does it mean when you feel worse? The summer blues are real. It's why summer is one of the busiest stretches of the year for people starting therapy. Therapy is not only for when you're in crisis. Growth therapy is for all the moments when you decide you want more. More support, more clarity, more tools. Mental health isn't a destination you reach. It's something you build, and Grow makes that easier. Grow connects you with thousands of high-quality licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. The therapist you want takes your insurance on Grow. Grow accepts over 125 insurance plans. Sessions average $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/booknow today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/booknow. growtherapy.com/booknow. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan. Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making millions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might just sell credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/hidden. Protect yourself now at aura.com/hidden.
Hello and welcome back to Unbox the podcast. This morning, I was scrolling through Instagram and my eyes nearly filled with tears. Not sad tears, something closer to relief maybe. Maybe even hope. I want to tell you about what I saw, what I read, because I think it matters. And I think somewhere inside you, it will land the same way that it did for me. There was a post this morning talking about millennials and Gen Z and the generations XYZ. We have spent so much time worrying about, and what they are quietly doing is going back to vinyl records, going back to physical books and libraries, going back to board games, analog watches, printed photographs, handwritten journals, analog alarm clocks, replacing the phones on their bedside tables. Even chess is thriving again. Board games are thriving again. People are printing photographs rather than leaving them to disappear in a digital cloud somewhere. And the comments underneath the post moved me just as much as the post did. People writing, kids are riding bicycle again. Someone said that's because Gen X raised Gen Z. The memories passed down were not digital. They were tactile. They were human. I sat with that for a long time. Believe me, it really touched me because I have lived the whole arc. I was born in the 60s. When I arrived at university, computers existed, but they were enormous impersonal machines. We fed them with punch cards. We wrote programs in Fortran and BASIC. There was nothing intimate about them. In fact, the room was so gray and cold. They were tools. Everyone understood that. Then came the desktop. Mine was the first Macintosh. Then we had VHS, Betamax, the Walkman, the Discman, BlackBerry. We lived through it all. I lived through every single transition, one after the other. I even love my first Apple mobile or cellular phone. And I want to say something quite gently and honestly. Somewhere along the way, we started to forget something important. We started to forget that we are not machines. Here is what the science tells us and the biology, and it's not sentimental. Human beings are designed to co-regulate each other's nervous system. Your physical presence, your eye contact, your tone of voice, even the rhythm of your breathing is measurable, and it has a measurable effect on the nervous system of the person next to you. We calm each other down. We bring each other back to ourselves. We're quite literally medicine for one another. And yet, we are building a world that moves in the opposite direction. There are hotels today, I read in China, I think, where you can check in, sleep, and leave without ever seeing a single human being. That is not progress. Everything is automated. Everything is optimized. There is no screen that delivers regulation. No robot can replicate that, and no AI, however sophisticated, can substitute for it. Sometimes I even get messages saying, well, I'm only AI, I can't replicate what humans do. I got that once. Now, let me tell you something about music. Not streamed, algorithmically selected, digitally compressed music, which now most of us can tell right away. I mean physical music.
A text says, "You're on my mind." A bouquet from 1-800-Flowers says, "You're my everything." Heartfelt moments belong in the real world, not just your phone. For 50 years, 1-800-Flowers has helped millions of people make memories that'll last a lifetime with gifts they'll cherish forever. Their expertly curated arrangements and gift baskets ship nationwide with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Don't wait for the next big moment. Make it when you visit 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast.
Live music with a human being next to you in the same room. Research shows that live acoustic music affects the physical body differently from digitally played back music. It entrains the heartbeat. It synchronizes breathing of strangers sitting together in the same concert hall or room. It triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. In hospitals, live music has been shown to reduce pain and anxieties, even having pets around in hospitals in ways that nothing can replicate that. There is something in the imperfection of a live note. There is something in having a human being influence whatever instrument or machine that he's using. The body recognizes things before the mind does. We feel it sensorily. Is there such a word? We sense it through our sensors all over the body. This is why people have wept at concerts since the beginning of human history. The body always knows first. So when I see a generation returning to vinyl, to libraries, to sitting across the table from one another, playing chess or board games, I don't see nostalgia. I see intelligence, human intelligence. I see people who grew up inside the machine and felt something was missing and had the courage to reach out for something older, perhaps, but truer. The handwritten journal is now being described as a digital detox ritual. Think about the phrase. We now need a ritual, conscious and deliberate practice to return to what was simply called being human, being yourself. And this matters. It matters in leadership, especially in leadership. You cannot lead from behind a screen. You cannot build a team through efficiency, tools, productivity metrics alone. The first requirement of genuine leadership, before strategy, before vision, before any skill, is to be human, to be present, to look someone in the eye. Oh, let me take these off. To look someone in the eye and let them feel without ambiguity that they matter too. The leaders who will endure are not the ones who adopt every new technology the fastest. They are the ones who remain most fully themselves, most fully human in the middle of all this noise. That takes courage, the courage to be you. Everything I have talked about today is about returning to the physical. The need for that, dare I call it, sacred time with yourself, to hear yourself think, to reflect. The power of going inward is exactly why I made a decision recently that felt really right for me. My ebook, Dreams Decoded, is now available as a physical, printed on-demand copy online on Amazon. You can hold it. You can write in it. You can sit with it quietly. You can let it take you somewhere inside yourself. That noise, the daily noise, rarely allows us to do. It's beautiful, it's illustrated, it's colorful because we live in such monochromatic world. It is an invitation to slow down and listen to the part of you that speaks most clearly when everything else is quiet. The link is in the show notes. I would love to hear your opinion, and I would love to get a picture with you holding it in your hands. Until next time, stay real, stay human, and keep unboxing. I'll see you next Tuesday.